Hey yogis, welcome to Vinyasa and Vines. I'm so glad you decided to join me today. My name is Candace and we're going to be doing a 30-minute beginner-friendly seated Hatha class. This class is going to be good for the morning, for the evening, even if you wanted to do it in bed. It's a nice, nourishing class. We're going to begin today in Sukhasana, easy pose. So find yourself a comfortable seat on the center of your mat and together we will begin. So we're just going to take a moment here to relax. We're going to focus in on our breath. And I always like to work with affirmations, especially if I'm practicing in the morning. So the affirmation that we're going to be working with today is, I appreciate the natural world around me. I appreciate the natural world around me. You can repeat that affirmation to yourself or out loud. If you find your thoughts beginning to wander, bring yourself back to that affirmation. I appreciate the natural world around me. Feel your breath travel all the way down to your belly. And exhale fully. Let go of any worries that you might have. Forget about any to-do lists that you might have after this practice is over. And focus on this moment right here. I appreciate the natural world around me. Slowly blink open your eyes. And we're just going to start with some neck rolls. So just go at your own pace. And we're just going to do some half moons from side to side. Work out any kinks that you might have or that you might feel. Let's open up into our shoulders at the same time. We're going to clasp our arms behind our back. We're going to bring our hands to the right side of our waist. And we're going to bring our right ear to our right shoulder. Relax the head and neck. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. You can play with the angle of your head here by tilting your chin up or tucking your chin down. One more big deep breath here. Bring your head back up to center and we'll move our hands to the other side. Left ear to left shoulder. Find the angle of your neck that works best for you today. Maybe you're feeling more tension in the back of your neck, so you can lift your chin. One big deep breath. Release and come back to center. Let's do some shoulder rolls. Back first. Try to get full range of motion in your shoulders. Still breathing deeply. Other way. Now relax down through your shoulders, lengthen up through your spine. Take a big deep inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, arms come back down to the side. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, arms reach up. This time we're going to bend over to our right. Right hand comes down to the mat. Left hand reaches up and over. Make sure you're lifting your chest up to broaden out. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Reach your bicep along your ear. Breathe into that side body. Now using core strength here, we're going to come back up through the center. We'll do that on the other side. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, left arm comes down, right arm goes up and over. Push into that right arm to really, really, really get that bend in your right side body. Chest is shining upward. Inhale, use core strength, come back up through the center. Now we're going to do a little twist. So inhale, arms come up again, sitting nice and tall, gazing up at the sky. Left arm comes to your right knee, right arm comes behind you for your twist. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Try to keep your spine straight here, both sit bones anchored to the floor, no rounding. Inhale, come back through to center, release. Arms rise on an inhale. Exhale, we twist the other way. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, brings you further into your twist. Shoulders are pulling down away from your ears. Crown of the head is pulling up towards the sky. Exhale to release. We're going to do a little chest opener shoulder release here. So raise your right arm up. Place your right arm on your back behind your head. Left arm comes up, grabs onto that elbow. Chest lifts up and out as your shoulder blades squeeze back behind you. Ears drawing away from your shoulders. Big breath here. Exhale, release. We'll take that on the other side. Left arm rises behind your head. Grab onto that elbow. Open up through the chest. Breathe into your heart space here. I appreciate the natural world around me. Exhale to release. So we're going to come into a little half straddle. I want you to keep your left leg in towards your thigh, and you're going to stretch your right leg out whatever angle is comfortable for you. If you're here, that's fine. If you're here, that's fine too. Find what works for you today. You just want to make sure that both sit bones are anchored to your mat. On an inhale, we're going to slide our right hand down our right leg. And similar to what we did earlier, but now we're getting a hamstring stretch and we're opening up our hips. We're going to reach that right arm up and over. And same thing when we did our side bend earlier, we don't want to be rounding down. I want you to think about that chest shining up. We're going to come into baby wild thing next. So go ahead and circle that left arm out in front of you. Place it behind you. Scoop your right arm up and over as you lift up onto your knee, pressing into your right foot. Hips go up to the sky. Chest is open here, shining up to the sky. And as we exhale to release, we're gonna come down, knee to nose, and fold over our right leg. We're gonna make this a passive forward fold. No pushing, no pulling. Flex into your right foot like you're pressing against an invisible wall. And just let gravity do the work here. Let your upper body just round. Take this moment here in this forward fold to connect yourself to the earth, to root yourself down. Come back to this moment. Go ahead and slowly press into the palms to walk yourself all the way back up. Flip your hair out the way. Let's switch sides. Our right leg comes in, left leg extends out. Root both sit bones down into the ground, sit up straight and tall. Inhale, left arm slides down the leg, right arm comes up and over this time. Shoulders pulling away from the ears, bending and breathing into that side body. You can look up at your right arm if it's okay for your neck. Grab onto whatever is comfortable for you with your left arm. You may be right here, you may be here, you may be here, whatever is most comfortable for you. We're gonna come into baby wild thing. Right arm comes behind you. Left arm circles up and over as you push in and lift from your hips. Press into your left foot and squeeze up a little higher. Heart center shining upward. Exhale, come back down to our forward fold. Don't worry if you don't feel like you're going far enough into this forward fold. Let gravity do the work. Inhale to press back up. Now we're going to bring both soles of the feet together to touch. Baddha Konasana, our bound angle pose. Play with the angle of your feet here. The closer you bring your feet in to your pelvis, the more intense you're going to feel this stretch. The farther you bring them out, the less intense you're going to feel it. So we're just going to do a few cat and cows here in Baddha Konasana, so you can grab your two big toes with your two peace fingers. Inhale, shoulders go back, little back bend to look up as you shine your chest forward. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest and round. Take a few rounds here at your own pace with your own breath. Take one more breath cycle here and then come up to a neutral spine. We're gonna take a forward fold here in our bound angle pose. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips. And just round over your leg. Another passive forward fold. I appreciate the natural world around me. I appreciate the natural world around me. What does that affirmation mean for you right now? Inhale, press into the palm. From here, go ahead and extend your legs straight out in front of you. Flex into your feet. And with your right foot, you're gonna cross your right foot over your left. Hook into your right foot. Right arm comes behind you and length up through your spine. Both sit bones anchored to the ground. Take a few deep breaths. Exhale to release. As you release, you're just going to bring your right or your left foot in. Bend at the knee. And we're coming into Gomukhasana, our cow face pose. So the goal is to stack your right knee over the top of your left knee. Elongate through the spine. Cactus with your arms and come into a little back bend heart opener. And then as you bring your arms in, you're going to hook your right arm under your left arm, binding once or twice. Forearms are pushing into each other, shoulders are down. Biceps parallel to the ground, and tuck your chin to your chest just a little bit. Shoulder blades are active. Pulling your shoulder blades in behind you. Exhale to release the bind of your arms. Open back up through the chest. And release. Legs straight out back in front of you. We're going to do that little sequence on the other side. So this time, left leg is going to cross over your right leg. Grab onto your left leg with your right arm. Left arm comes behind you as you twist. Flex into your right foot. Press into your big left toe. Look over your left shoulder if it's okay for your neck. Exhale to release. Let's come into Gomukhasana on the other side. So now we're going to bring our right leg in, left knee stacked on top of the right knee. Cactus with your arms open up, shine the chest up and out. This time left arm crosses under the right, binding once or twice. Gentle tuck of the chin here for our cow face pose with eagle arm. I appreciate the natural world around me. Exhale to release. Cactus those arms, open the chest up again. Heart center shining forward, and release. Both legs come straight out in front of you. We're gonna come into a forward fold now, a straight-legged forward fold. So inhale to create length through the spine. Exhale, we're gonna hinge forward, and we're just going to passively fold over our knees. Don't worry if you're not getting too far into this forward fold, especially if it's first thing in the morning. Forward folds are one of the most difficult things that we can do, especially first thing in the morning when we've just been laying down. But it's so therapeutic and nourishing for your parasympathetic nervous system. Relax your head and neck. Let gravity pull you down to the earth. You can also use a block here. No shame in the support game. Be really mindful as we come out of this forward fold. We want to use primarily arm strength. Slowly, slowly roll back up as you push into the ground to come all the way back up. We'll do one last pose here in our seated position. We're going to come into our seated pigeon pose. So you're going to cross your right ankle over the top of your right knee. Bend your right ankle over the... We're going to do one last pose here from our seated position. We're going to come into seated pigeon pose. So you're going to cross your right ankle over the top of your left knee. And with your back straight, your spine straight, from your tailbone to your crown, you're going to bend into your left knee and walk it in at whatever angle is comfortable for you. Both hands come back behind you for support. Chest opens up, shoulder blades squeeze down and back as you open up your heart center. Flex into your right foot to protect your knee, and think about pushing your knee away from your body. You can do a little rocking motion side to side if that feels good for you. We're going to come out of this pose the same way we came into it. So we're going to extend out our left leg and then uncross our right leg. Let's do that on the other side. Left ankle comes over the top of your right knee. Hands come behind you. Walk that right knee in at whatever ankle is comfortable for you. Inhale. Lengthen up through the spine. And you can do your little rocking motion side to side. Knee is pressing away from you, foot is flexed. Exhale to release. Right leg extends out, left leg extends out. You can paddle your feet out here. You can even do some windshield wiper motions with your feet, whatever feels good and nourishing to you right now. It's almost October here and I am sweating. As beautiful as it is out here, it is hot. But I come back to my affirmation and I appreciate the natural world around me. I'm thankful for this opportunity to practice in such a beautiful, calming space. Okay. Once you've made any last final movements that you need to in our seated position, we're going to come to lay down on our back and we're just going to end our pose, our We're gonna come to lay down on our back. We're gonna end our practice with a little recline twist. So similar to what we did earlier, you're gonna bend it to your left knee, cross your right knee over, shift your hips over to the right, and slowly let your knees fall down to the left. You can make a cactus shape with your right arm. You can use your left arm to help guide your knee down. You wanna have both of your hips stacked on top of each other, both shoulder blades anchored to the ground. You don't wanna be rolling up off the mat. If you need to place a block or a blanket underneath your knees to close the gap, if that's more nourishing for you, you absolutely can do that. You can also play around with the angle of your feet here. Inhale to lift up. Release the cross of your legs. Cross your left leg over this time. Shift your hips over to the left. Drop your knees down to the right. Both shoulder blades grounded. Hips stacked one over the other. Breathe into your hip and that IT band. Inhale to come back to center. Bring your knees into your chest and give them a big hug. You can rock from side to side. If you'd like to come into happy baby, you can come into happy baby now. Grab your two big toes with your two peace fingers, or you could grab the outside edge of both feet. Soles of the feet shine up. Tailbone stays down. You don't want to curve up through your back. Head and shoulders stay on the mat. And think about using your elbows to push your knees open a little more as you drag your feet down closer to you. Inhale to release your feet back down to the mat. Take any movements you need here before we come into Shavasana, our final resting pose. Take up as much space as you'd like. Palms shining up. If you're lucky enough to be outside like I am, enjoy the sun on your body. If you're practicing inside, come back to your affirmation. I appreciate the natural world around you. And imagine if you could be anywhere, where would you be? Would you be on a beach somewhere? Would you be in a forest, hearing the sound of birds? Even when we feel like we're alone sometimes, we're not. There's life all around us. Fully relax here. Allow yourself this opportunity for your body to absorb everything that you've just done. Come back to your breath if you find your mind wandering. Start to bring some life back into your body. Maybe wiggling your fingers or wiggling your toes. Maybe stretching the arms up overhead before coming to roll onto your side. Slowly come back up, wake yourself back up, and bring yourself back up into a seated position. I want to thank you, yogis, for sharing this. I want to thank you, yogis, for sharing this 30-minute seated, nourishing Hatha class with me today. I hope that you take some time today to go out and appreciate what nature has to offer, what nature has provided for us. Let's bring our hands to the heart. You can join me in a chant of Om. Inhale to chant. Namaste. Thank you, yogis. I really hope you enjoyed this class. Please comment down below if you'd like to see more classes like this, or tell me what you experienced or what you liked most about this class. I hope to practice with you again